Gabby Otchere-Darko and also make comment bi awo ye Twitter na yenhwe ne nsema hodo bi a wode etudwa Yera Gabby was talking about nsema hodo bi de enko na yenhwe Yera Gabby Otchere-Darko Yera Gabby Otchere-Darko officially onye government spokesperson but Yera Gabby obi a oka bibia e wa ban mu efa ban ho a hunu se ya de ebebom senke oye obi o ma pa na port pa Gabby Otchere-Darko say 11 hours ago just no panel make his comment say after 5 months of a year stalemate and bashing, the E-levy after implementation is delivering only 10% of estimated revenues. Our revenues remain very low as compared to the rest of the world. Debt level dangerously high. cedi, like most currencies, struggling against the US dollar. Now, about say, what options are open to government? Question will be no. The question should rather be, what option, if adopted, will re-inject the investors' confidence in our economy? Even if we find the $3 to $4 billion required, we will, will that help? E-levy, which was to have given us some 600 million by now, has done less than 60 million Ghana cedis. Our economy is growing faster than most countries around the world, but that alone can't save us as confidence in our ability to service our debt is lowering. We can't continue to use all the little revenue raised to pay our debt. Very soon, we may have to borrow to pay wages. Ghana has no food crisis, enough food from our farms, yet food prices have shot up by 3 to 4 times more in our cities, far and over above rising costs of transportation. To make matters worse, global food insecurity is worsening as inflation from challenges with supply chain worsens. Ghana is a member of the IMF. The world is in serious crisis. Ours is not helped by our high debt and low income level. With the economy still growing, but investors' confidence low, government being compelled to cut down capital expenditures will eventually lead to job losses unless, yes, our revenue to GDP ratio is among the lowest in the world, even in Africa, but with the current global hardships and cost of living rising everywhere in the world, a decision by any government to intensify taxation measures, especially for workers, may not be too clever. There is understandably a national aversion to an IMF program because of the history of the conditionalities which attack sacred cows like jobs and social intervention. Akufo-Addo will not sacrifice free SHS and other critical welfare policies to help the poor for any assistance. I'm not for an IMF program that throws peanuts at us by imposing conditions that will end up hurting the poor, jobs and businesses more. COVID-19 and war in Ukraine are not of Africa's doing, but more to our doom. A program that pretends it is all our doing is doomed to fail. We do something that will inject confidence in our capacity to ride this heavy storm, and that something should happen pretty quickly. Are we against an IMF program? Am I against an IMF program in principle? Then he answered himself and said no. Is not against it. Yera Gabby Otchere-Darko assessment on the economy, blaming COVID-19, blaming world growing economy because of Russia-Ukraine war, blaming say Amaibu Honme Diana Crown why they don't even get the food by a day. You be the just any boy and to me akosro. I would try a woman so buying as the taxes about that would be a clever idea. Say government be to me but to be such a bit my IMF and I'm a february the conditionality be was another. Onye na adwin se obekọ IMF for this shebeka se be a free SHS twam na ahia for man to be nya bi Yera Gabby Otchere-Darko assessment. Many Ghanaians are asking say Is it suggestion and I say or testing waters now I say Ghana for how Ghanaians respond in case the government decides so call IMF and that's to me uncle. Don't forget Gabby Otchere-Darko is not a direct government employer, but somebody who say then government officials will understand and the boy will prefer government to be there to me at say. Now let's go back to the studio. Now make sure say everyone free a government spokesperson. Gabby tweet statement here I can no reading as a government spokesperson. What is he trying to tell Ghanaians, especially with the taxpayers' money? We calling for changes in the currency to economic situation. What is he trying to tell us?
Okay, some say unim, like you've stated, Mr. Otchere-Darko is a private citizen of the country. Ghana also there, private citizens who can say express your views and opinions. I say social media no a very strong tool, especially Twitter. Say to me, assert your views. You can be able to do that. I believe very well, Mr. Otchere-Darko's statement, has come from an objective observation, sitting from where he sits, and clearly you can see that the issues we're raising, are not issues that are blinded to the government. These are issues our buying is aware of. In fact, to be fair, the Minister for Finance or declare the measures, our finance ministry. More journalists besides say, na yen call for IMF program and his response, because now more, and I remember, or say, the timing at the time of the question was not right for him to respond, say, we will be ready for an IMF program. And I believe, say, even with E-levy town hall meetings he also stated, say, at the time of the question, we were not ready for an IMF program. Gradually, it may be coming more eminent. Say, a government might be considering. When a man from Concord front line, because
the government might be considering.
Would they front line? I know you. So the Concord front line. Say government spokesperson says government might be considering IMF program.
We just the statement now will become and we tend to just
elevate it. Any problem? But Nyame can say you discuss it. Mr. Otchere-Darko statement on the buy. On one, so in the final statement of analysis, I can say, is he against an IMF program? Or I respond or say no. Now, IMF programs, there are various antecedents. Cut down jobs, stop social interventions, and all of that. Ebia, say your table, na si yedin koma. Be making sure say, so your terms here the beba ebeboa. Okay. Esan say we know hardships na ye komu no. Enye hardships bia a year as a result of mismanagement of an economy. Okay. A year as a result of global issues are AC. Clearly, to be fair, now you're bouncing back better post the COVID. What measures are binding to onum or bata packets, never be binding to onum. We're building back better. And from nowhere, global crisis with invasion of Russia into Ukraine. I think from the 24th of February right up until now, close to about 3.5 months. And the impact of that, it cannot be underestimated. So I think, say, as a government, we welcome the conversation from Mr. Otchere-Darko. And in welcoming that, we are also stating, say, the government in itself is not blinded to the issues that he has raised. And if there's a need for some more considerations, say I may fit here, say I can say now watching president in the cabinet, Ebeshia, now review measures here to which is a constant practice of President Nana Danko Akufo-Addo say bosome miense bia on the cabinet Asia a review sankomo.
So to wrap up on it, it is that IMF is not a bad thing.
When you Ghana, you contribute to the IMF.
We joined IMF, that was 20th September 1957.
Good. Into Ghana, you're a member of the IMF.
So it's not a bad thing.
Well, IMF, Ghana is a member of the IMF. Into once Ghana is a member of the IMF, even in the COVID when we cry IMF for my iska. So you cannot say in any place say juxtaposition of the situations, you know, important. Because Ghana is a member of the IMF. But maybe our question, no, FIBA.
It could be said it would be a demeaning to government to consider going to IMF because the government has made it clear 2017, 2018 said never, Ghana, we are not going back to the IMF.
2017, 2018, now global pandemic in here.
Okay.
True or not true?
True.
Good. 2017, 2018, now you war be a BC in Europe. Okay. True or not true?
True.
Good. Let's look at it in the context of it. In fact, and to be fair, the government completed an IMF program. In fact, speedily brought it to a closure. Said you able to me build it better in 2019 of April. And you know where the IMF program started from. And I wouldn't name very much the limitations of that particular IMF program and how we bargained as a country. Which is why, say, one of the most illustrious policies our President Nana Danko Akufo-Addo would forever be remembered for is the free SHS. In less than 100 days of his government, he implemented the free SHS as a promise to the Ghanaian people. And there is nobody who to imagine how a free SHS has not impacted them. It's put money in the pocket of the Ghanaian people.
Okay.
That's an honest truth. Okay. And Mijidi says the free SHS has moved beyond becoming a government policy to become a civic responsibility of the Ghanaian people.
Okay.
Let's put that in context.
Okay.
But should the government decide to consider an IMF program, it would be based on certain issues arising. And even that particular program would not impact negatively on the already going social interventions by the Tituanum. And it will not impact the loss of jobs or even the creation of more jobs.
Okay. All right, young kind message kakra on Facebook. Chairman David Botte of Hanover, Germany is watching. Chairman, good evening. Musa Abatu say, I'm happy. The court has a firm decision for the Arise Ghana to embark on the move, but I'm disappointed as to why the time limit is set for event. Ghanaians are suffering too much, so joining the demonstration is imminent. I'm calling on all Ghanaians to support and participate on 28th to 29th demo, so as to send clear signal to President Akufo-Addo and Bawumia that enough of using our taxpayers' money for luxury private jets, chilling with Sawa Bruni, bathing in the sky, and living like Arabian king. Yenu Musa Batwa anyway at the Aba. Yenu Ayer Police Kaso say, in fact, the NDC can demonstrate from Accra to Kuwait on the E-levy. Government shall pass it. That's already a pass it, and it will be. I say, the well-meaning Ghanaians shall support it. NDC cannot be trusted, and John Mahama is never an alternative, even if the President Akufo-Addo had failed. About regards to Honorable Howard Kumsen for giving us 6-unit classrooms. Here are sanitano. 10 minutes. Gabby. Dear no person or as on am touch la or unshed them who clear or where we send a question on one answer. No, the corpus what they say.
Oh, the mentality of Ghanaians. The last tester was say government will pass the E-levy, and so NDC can work from here to Kuwait. There's no problem. Say I pass it. Did the course no? Yeah, ready. Only the course. Yeah, you see, say I'm going for more pet football, and as a boxing, the infamous football level. and we've seen many videos go viral. We say, "Microphone more page no so more bobo na will be or tinchen na or two na."
Yeah.
No, it be na Gabby.
Yeah. I said, "What drive ya na one day be also akotena okoli cab na mo wo kwa edu be also apply be na also where you nine."
Obi bobo na unim say anka so obo ni say. Wa dwene mo no. I see sa no money nyina. He's testing the waters for us to debate it. They have their foot already in the house of IMF. They are already there. Spiritually and physically, they are there. I can't say implementation, but as announcement, but I say, but idea, many of what they are yes, Ghanaians regarding say Abembia IMF, any home sense, and no Nakoyo Modadre. What do you say? Last but two tweets, a bit of contradictory. Or say, IMF program, no, and the money, I should put it, I'm just paraphrasing it. And I say, Oba Kwaji Peters, near throw a friend say, conditionalities be amount. Kaki to a fear be our Kwaji, and say, no crump on them, like a corner, but no, say, na, ye busy, and say, and yan, I will be son of a cancer. You understand? I just say, o poku into us, social media say, me poku or say, me tag or whatever it is. It been all, you know, for us to debate. The debate here, and now, Fedi acquired to say, the way Mr. Danko boss say, COVID, Ukraine war. Until now, we have reasons enough to go to IMF. This is all what it is.
But never means never.
Oh, that be. Sabi, I say, Kwasi, no, Sanabi.
But never means never.
Dabi. I'm saying that.
Never what timeline?
Never.
What timeline?
Did they say they will never go to IMF?
But the government said it.
And I'm saying that. Now those governments says never. Never is not never. You understand? Now, why it is important for us to go to IMF no? All the indicators are there. The monies that we have gotten over the period have mostly been misapplied. In the areas and I say a productive sector no and this remember we move away from taxation to production. Now go and check the 108 so-called one district, one factory or more, go and check how many of them have actual impact on the economy. Of course, we want to say that they are new, right? But don't forget also that a whooping number of them were already in production. The government only augmented. I say no crop more beam. I say production. No, by now, I can some impact. NBC I want to say, Casa de Ropa, or more they assigned to me is some no. Go and check their raw material. Say omunya. Why? Because no my yedibedria sa no manya nebo iodine. So the earlier suggestion I said, if this country will be able to cushion itself and ensure, say, you see the best stabilizer, we need to produce a lot in the agriculture sector. And by doing so, that mantra of government has no business in doing business, we should clear that thing away. Now, Yama abandon every visited state farms because the farms that are giving you grains or wheat from Ukraine, they are not subsistence farmers. They are state farms. Deliberately made up, say, in Crawford, even whether they are private, the implements are there for them to to go into farming. So you are taking that practice. You look, who come in area western of you also know one area. Yeah, you need to say that northern region. Over there, you must have to cut, slash, and burn. So you cannot use the plow side. They plow on assassin amana. Over there, you cannot use it. That is why cocoa ne other border no. But up north, assassinate the whole waste. What we are saying is that bring in machines. Machines no yede be adwuma. Machines no so nyame da wo bi aye. Your work is to invest in the machines. Go and buy the machines and bring them. Commission people. Na bon ka say monyi adwuma. would judge a bank was say a bank of farm machines na ban no state farm no conscious then something might go wrong. So like I suggested, make it maybe PPP more or less, but at best no say a wholly state farms. My military no almost supervise it. Now let them have a share in it. Ube who juma ye be ye and more ye be driani wheat ye be driani bra ye benya. Have irrigation okay juma. There are many irrigation systems and kroma ye they are still very potential between a revamp on the agriculture, but we are not doing it. The plan for the water dam was to ensure say from baby efrino ekodu north no hwano anka ni nyina be agriculture irrigation and they were going to build smaller dams ba konkra yenye nti we nyina affect the economic situation of Ghana way from there because we truncated a very good path and our foundation anka ye lay de koye as of mine to feed Africa. In fact, the northern sector can feed the whole of Ghana and the West Africa, but we are not utilizing it. We are not making use of it. It's a car. And your friends and another damn bonds. You have 5 bonds. 5 bonds, like I mentioned, we can in Abuma, 207.6 or so billion Ghana cedis. Out of that 207.6 billion Ghana cedis, Enterprise Data Bank as advisors, about 194 million Ghana cedis. So 194 million Ghana cedis, and can be Yama Ghana. About 2 people, advisors. But it's the hoping some now can a best a friend saying 2 billion 198 first billion Ghana cedis. A dear pananka is going to mean Emma Ghana. What I said, Mahama Mills a Byron. Mills said that they needed $1 billion. And if that 1 billion had come and can dear be Yama Ghana, so 1 billion HSC, I'm saying 3 billion. 3 billion. Yeah. But the monies that we are calling, they are in billions. Why is it not working for us? Because we are relying on outside economy. Our economy is owned by foreigners, and we are import driven. We are not producing to export. If we don't learn from the other countries or mono, look, you say you crab in toast for Burkina Faso because Burkina in toast no ensure them. Yankopon said wonjime yo. Almost say tomatoes need do ensure. God has a reason for giving us a land that would do tomatoes no ensure, and as a variety no ye dua no. The ensure no kwame nkroma breast no the tomatoes we have beverages your friends say fruit drinks. Yes. Yeah the into ensure bebrebe na way tomatoes no. We should take advantage of it. Now you produce tomato beverages no, you spread it on the market, our shopping malls, and as I say, buying not only NPP, but as I buying making mandatory say shopping malls now what happening now? It is Ghanaians who supply them. Perishable goods. And so perishable goods in South Africa, even cabbage, carrot, you crave South Africa. Where in one ma, we can easily grow them here. But we rely on somebody to bring it from another country. Sugar, Commander Sugar Factory was revamped. What they suffice it, say, they didn't plan where Omo Ndria Ashede. Oba it means the machines are there. What do you say to feed the machine? You said no. Why? You told us April this year it will be reopened. And I have do summary.
Now, government say be imported raw materials.
Why must we import sugar cane from somewhere to come and feed our sugar factory? It doesn't make sense, yeah. As I say, gone were the days are now after school for Mama Kwaya. And by this time, they are on the farm, both Abrofoni before, no more trash there. To feed the Commander Sugar Factory. Abrofoni no Mohano. Obiako phone kocha. The videos are there. Why is it that we're doing better in the 60s? Nice to see the infrastructure that was put in place. Nina Aira, Bonsa Tai Aira, Abosu Glass Factory Aira. Your friend say Accra Retrading Thai Retrading Center Aira. Your friend say Tema cocoa processing. Now we are only utilizing about 30% of the capacity of.
Bakwe
and then no. The manganese, the bauxite, be raw at the core. So we will never get out of our doldrum. As I yen to me fee, I want you to woman say yes, say yes to buy. Now you can't say Yankopon at Che Assassi. Now, son or maybe a bay, no, yet de Kuyayo, America Kuyayo. Kuyayo near the teacher and Yankopon so in Yansem. What she shas as said, ya beya. No for honor, you bet me a dear in Roma to say, beans, bro. Atoko ene sa no mani betu na wo buy a south no ho aso te sesehwe no ho aso and also brode no koko no mankani ni banche ndi Yankopon sabe on say wa che bibia. It is left with human knowledge and capacity to manage the system and my
back message aka na fei yemfa dwumede we nia do dey say Same, please tell Mr. Boachi to stop speaking borrow grammar to defend this useless government. I never enjoy free water to think of free electricity, so why referring to everybody to be beneficiary of COVID relief? How dare him say so? Mr. Boachi, be steady. It's an objection. Please tell the man in the sunglass that as Sempaitia, too much talk, no the full basket. Where is those who said we will move away from taxation to production, but now they justify the E-levy. Posterity is going to judge them. Posterity is going to judge them years to come. Thank you, Noinia Delabasi. Good evening, General. Those people don't have anything to offer. Ghanaians will come to national TV to talk stories. Anyway, about good evening, Mr. Host. Please tell the MPP man that we paid for free water. If he has forgotten, you should go and ask Kojo Ponkroma. Yenya lobby, Eddie Frikoforia no de Kobe Frikoforia no deaba. Was a good evening. We paid for the water and electricity that we are enjoying, that we enjoy during lockdown. Was a good evening, Hunter. Pargrave is one doing this damage control because he's also a dankwa, because his communication has been very terrible as he keeps jumping on from one station to another station, conspicuously trying to defend every undefendable road in this unfortunate government of the dangerous NPP Akufo-Addo Bawumia government. Kudos to Mr. Yao. We need him to join the NDC to help salvage Ghana from these Achem Sakawa mafias. Faisa Muntaru, Bompuri, Omanjo, Trobu constituency no the way free aba. But please ask the man to explain it when he says Ghanaians don't pay tax because everything we buy from the market, we see the taxes listed for us to pay. Please, Amato, Robert from Kumasi, was say, please help NAPCO personnel to reach up to the ears of the MPP government. They are making things better. The lies are overwhelming. We say, please. I say, Same, please tell Mr. Boachi to stop speaking borrow grammar. My kind of message way. We say, good evening. Kindly find out from the MPP man about the free water and electricity. We say, good evening. Kindly find out from the man. Okay, Yenya Joe. Message and repeat. Yenya Joe from Winneba and the way free by. We say, Same, good evening. Amata Munkaram, please. Is that man sitting there a true Christian? Because if he is, he will not say all that he say. We say, please, I'm John from Medina. Let us sell Ghana for Chinese people. Okay. We say, good evening, Mr. Host. My name is Sani Abacha from Kumasi, Kenya. I say, Abrim. This government has nothing to offer Ghanaians. They are failure. No, they are. My name is Omumbo. Where is Nigeria? My name is Bochi from Etasano Police Station. Was say, I think Gabby is now the country overseer in this Nana Addo government because whatever he says comes to pass. When they advise them about the memo, they refuse to listen. Here it is. We say, wow, I'm very surprised listening to the man in sunglasses concerning the Ghana considering IMF. I say, I think they should bow down their heads in shame as political party instead of justifying their failures. This man, I say this MPP man, is in Ghana? Oh, my God, help Ghana. I call Samson. I say, I'm called Samson from Wage and the Abba. We say, good evening, Hunter. I call Samson. MPP government, if they go to IMF, they will guide them. They will guide them how to spend the money. They will not get chance to steal. That's why they don't want to go to IMF. Yenya Eddie Freejan or the say, hi, I'm Razak from Temasite. One again, please. Did the MPP man have family? Did he think about the future? I think he thinks only today, not tomorrow, because stealing is what they are about to make. About to thank you. We say, Sammy, tell the MPP man to keep quiet. Ghana is not for you people, Sammy. E-levy. Na God they punish them. Kate Edifilashibi. Last one, or say good evening, General. How can someone who said he didn't suffer because before knows what the common Ghanaians are passing through? Some people in this country find it difficult to feed once in a day. Emmanuel, the first test on a day. Abba. 1 more minute. Yura, Dankwa, let's sign out.
1 minute. I think, say, now Trino Ashas here.
We are beginning with the demonstrations.
Arise Ghana, you better wish you the best. Yamiado Mochna. We'll make sure so we follow him.
Will you join?
Mpacho say.
Will you join?
Arise Ghana.
Yeah.
I'll be on TV talking.
Okay.
So you join on TV. Yenya rise for Ghana.
Okay.
Jumadina Yedinia is part
but
of the
process. But big news, so say government official like you join. So yes, indeed.
of rising for Ghana. We are here to serve.
Okay.
And also to be able to state, say, government this week, senior minister for information, edited front pages and then say government is going to be assessing and evaluating measures they are to do. Okay.
All right. Era Asani.
Yeah. From all indications, from Era Gabby Otchere-Darko, the post is a tacit admission. Say government na failed. Do you agree with me? All the posts, is indicating say government na failed, and something must be done. We share Good Evening Ghana. I think about last week or so, with the former General Secretary of the NPP.
Former General Secretary, Kwabena
Japan. Then some more kind of everybody in the government knows that, and that another
okay.
The NPP's legacy has been denigrated, and so they must do any and everything to salvage it. But we are helping to salvage it through this kind of Arise Ghana and Co. And they are
there tomorrow.
Yes, per their submissions. It means that I'll be on TV tomorrow morning.
Okay.
And so when
after that you join.
After and I have another program in the afternoon.
Okay. So you break and then
go
back.
Yes.
No, I could be at 10 p.m.
Yes.
Mabeka for that message. Yeni asame bo achiri fra samankas was want to tell the desperate and was this want to tell the desperate NDC that demonstration is their constitutional right, and I don't think it will change the minds of Ghanaians. No, even though there are global crisis, free SHS is ongoing. Doomso has been the thing of the past. No more policy credibility, and above all, our route has been fixed. Regards to Kingston, Akomen Kisi, and Frederick Opare and the next General Secretary, Salam Mustafa and Stephen Ayensu in team, the next National Chairman, and number 5, Yenya, yes, Same Boache, and Edward Babusia. I had a baby medium crying in the that was a social medium page for Tom Kaira, a year Pargrave, Boache, Danko, a government spokesperson on security and governance, and attending Kaira, our sanitano, a political analyst. Me did this amount to the captain of the dress, yes, Christa Manetim Comochina, a brother, the media baby. China, you are Gabby Otchere-Darko, some more kind of tweet, and which now you be fan of 1 by 1. Na ya diagnose, near digest it. We are near distribute na baby etimi for baby to China a woman so ne be share like say come MCR in control na kopo show bibi o send a message dey buy it you can enter na kan na da mo aso China be dey share. Good night.